guys, so today we are going to be making our own tofu. Okay, so I know that for most people, the idea of making your own tofu is definitely a little bit over the top, but I actually watched a video a couple weeks back from Peaceful Cuisine. He had this Japanese wooden tofu box that he was using to make fresh tofu, to make homemade tofu. And it's definitely one of those items where you might not have known that you needed it until you saw it, which I guess that happened to me. What I thought was this would be an amazing gift for, anybody who is vegan that you know, anybody who is vegetarian, anybody who really enjoys tofu. Like, this is kind of like a nifty, crafty, all-in-one inclusive gift. So what I did was I went online and I was like, where can I find this tofu box? And I happened to find a local craftsman in London, and he runs a company called the Tofu Box. And I was like, could you please send me one? I'm very interested in making my own tofu. I'd love to give it a try. This video is not sponsored by him at all, but he did send me this amazingly lovely handcrafted pine tofu box. And he's also going to give a discount to all of you guys as well, so I'm going to put that discount code down below. Again, this is not sponsored. I don't get any money from it. I just think that this is a really cool gift. And you can make like firm tofu and soft tofu and also flavored tofu. So for those of you that want to be a little bit more creative, like let's say that you like pizza, you could put in some sun-dried tomatoes, some basil, maybe a little bit of nutritional yeast, and then press that all down, and then you have yourself pizza flavored tofu. So imagine kind of giving that away to friends. I mean, it's definitely not necessarily a money saver, but like let's say that you wanted to use your own soybeans, your own organic soybeans. I do feel like the flavor kind of comes out a little bit sweeter when I've made it myself. I mean, in terms of money saving, I guess it really depends on where you are, because in the States we're probably really heavily subsidized for soybeans. So soybeans for us are really cheap, tofu's really cheap, organic or not. Versus in the UK, I find that tofu prices are really, really expensive, and you're using organic soybeans, that's going to be even a bigger difference as well. So, I mean, price can be for some things, but I definitely think that this is more of like a really, just like a really cool, a very thoughtful gift for someone that happens to like tofu or happens to be vegan or vegetarian. Okay, so in terms of the box, Marco makes 3 sizes, the regular, large, and then extra large. For most people, I'd say the regular size is going to do. It's going to be your typical kind of tofu-sized box. And it comes with this manual. It comes with like everything, but what's really cool is everything is sustainable pine, European pine, and then he uses copper and brass nails that he puts in and that he hand makes himself. So there's a bottom part, which I kind of screwed up on before. So there's a bottom part, and then you have your actual tofu box. And what he includes as well as everybody gets a cheesecloth as well. And this is what you do to kind of strain in your tofu curds. And then, where are you? He gives you a package of nagari, which is magnesium chloride. You can actually buy that online as well, and it's basically the coagulant to all of your tofu. The names just differ a little bit. And then so you put in the cheesecloth, you put in kind of like your soy milk and the curds and everything else, and then you put this guy up on top, and you find, basically like a heavy weight, and you weigh it down. And basically the heavier the weight or the longer that you weigh it down, the more firm your tofu becomes. So it's something fun to kind of play around with as well, to see, what kinds of tofu can you create. He has instructions on how to make the tofu, recipes on how to make the tofu, and then also on the back, tips for caring for the box as well, because it is pine wood. So on occasion, after each use, like how do you clean it? He also recommends kind of rubbing walnut oil over that to maintain how the wood is. And yeah, at $40, it is definitely more of a luxurious gift for a tofu box, but it is really good craftsmanship. Everything is, you know, handmade, hand done, and you know, you're really supporting kind of an artist, a craftsman that is doing everything, you know, handmade on a small scale. If you know, care about that, everything's sustainable and whatnot. So I think it's actually, you know, it's very cool. It's very well made. I would be really happy to, you know, receive it as a gift. Yeah, so I think I'm going to just move to the video so that you guys can see how easy you can make this. And again, the details to the tofu box is going to be down below, and then that discount code is going to be down below as well. So make sure and visit Marco's website and check it out because it's on Amazon. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this very cool recipe. you.